everyone, I hope you're all well. I'll take you through a relatively basic workout today, and I'll add in some more challenging moves for those who want to challenge themselves. Otherwise, work at your own pace and at your own level. So let's start on our hands and knees. Start with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your sit bones. Have your fingers spread and fingers are pointing straight forward. Wrap the crease of your elbow towards the front and have your elbows slightly relaxed, and feel the weight go to the little finger side of your hands. Reach the top of your head forward, drop your armpits down towards your waist, and relax your front ribs into your back ribs. Take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, come into your cat pose, lifting your bottom ribs up away from the floor, tailbone to the floor, top of your head to the floor. As you breathe in, arching through into your cow, reaching the top of your head forward and up, armpits to your waist, sit bones back. Breathing out, scoop, lift your bottom ribs up towards your back ribs. Breathing in, open your sit bones, open your collarbone, reach the top of your head forward and away. Breathing out, scoop your tummy up and away from the floor. Breathing in, open your sit bones, open your collarbones, lengthen your spine, armpits to your waist. One more. Breathing out, scoop and lift away from the floor. Breathing in, reach the top of your head forward and away. Open your sit bones to the side. Now, find your neutral spine, reach the top of your head forward and your sit bones back. Reaching your right leg back behind, toes still connected to the floor. Check your hip bones and your collarbone are parallel to the floor. From there, reach out through your big toe and lift your leg until it's parallel to the floor. Reach away with that big toe, slide your knee back into home. Extend your left leg out behind, check your collarbone and your hip bones are still parallel to the floor. Reach out through your big toe and float that leg up to parallel. Reach away with that big toe as you lower back down and bring your knee back into home. Going again with your right leg, reach your right leg out behind. Check your armpits are dropping towards your waist, head is in line with your spine. Float that leg up, reaching out through your big toe. Reach that big toe away and slide that knee back to home. Keeping your hip bones parallel to the floor, top of your head, reaching forward. Extend out through that big toe as you float that leg up and float that leg back down. Reach your big toe away and slide it back in. Now let's go with our arms. Turn your palm towards your center line, sliding forward on your little finger. Then float that arm up beside your ears and float it back down and back to home. Slide your left arm forward on the little finger. Reach that arm forward beside your ear. Armpit still dropping towards your waist. Float that arm back down and back to home. Right arm, sliding it forward. Keep your collarbone wide and open. Feel your armpits dropping towards your waist. Float that arm back down and back to home. Sliding your left arm forward, reaching it forward and away. Keep your front ribs relaxing into your back ribs. Float that arm down and back to home. All right, so now we're going to combine that right leg and left arm. So slide your right leg back, left arm forward. Check your collarbone and your hip bones are still parallel to the floor. Reach your fingertips away, big toe reaching away, float it up to parallel, head in line with your spine. Reach your arm forward, big toe back, and slide it back to home. Extend your left leg back, right arm forward, reaching out through your big toe and your fingers, two-way stretch. Feel your front ribs relaxing into your back ribs tummy lifting up and away from the floor, and come back to home. One more. Extend your right leg out behind, left arm forward, reaching them away from each other. Now hold it here. Keep your collarbone wide and open. Pulse your thumb and your heel to the ceiling and lower. And lift and lower and lift. Check that you're not dropping into that lower back. Keep that tailbone reaching towards the heel. And lift and lower, lift and lower. Head in line with your spine, lift and lower. Reach fingers and toes away from each other and come back to home. Left leg, right arm. Reach fingertips away, big toe away. Now find more length as you float arm and leg up parallel to the floor. Holding it here, find that length. Check that your tailbone is reaching to your heel, tummy lifted away from the floor. And we're pulsing it up and lower. So it shouldn't be lifting too much. If you're holding your core strongly, and lift and lower, lift and lower, breathing in and out and in and out. Lower that arm and leg back down. If your knees allow you to, take your hips back to your heels and reach your arms forward and just have a little rest moment. If your knees won't allow you that full bend, lift your bottom away from the floor and just open your collarbone down towards the floor, forward on the floor. Okay, let's take it down onto our backs now. Have your head towards the top of your mat. Knees are bent, feet in line with your sit bones. Feel all 10 fingers on the floor and feel your upper arm bones imprinting into the floor. Feel like you're wrapping your hip bones in towards your belly button and then zip your belly button up to the base of your skull. Reach your sit bones away in the opposite direction and check that your upper arms are still imprinting on the floor. Taking a breath in, feel your front ribs expand, and breathing out, relax your front ribs down into your back ribs. Breathing in, feel your whole ribs expand. Breathing out, relax your front ribs into your back ribs. Feeling that length in the back of your neck. And breathing in. Now, as you breathe out, rock your tailbone towards the back of your knees, imprinting your lumbar spine onto the floor. Breathing in, rock your pelvis so your lumbar spine lifts away, tailbone towards the mat. And breathing out, rock your tailbone to the back of your knees, wrapping your tummy in, and then tailbone into the floor as you breathe in. Breathing out, rock your tailbone under. As you continue doing this, check in with your upper back. Are your upper arm bones still imprinting on the floor, or have you let your shoulders roll forward? Check that your front ribs are still relaxed into your back ribs and that they're not poking forward. Okay, on our next breathe out, we're going to continue rocking our pelvis under and continue up into our bridge. Check that your knees stay the same distance apart, upper arm bones imprinting into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, relax your front ribs into your back ribs and lower one vertebrae down at a time. Breathing in, breathing out, roll your pelvis under Slowly pull each vertebrae off the floor until you get to the base of your shoulder blades. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll your vertebrae back down to the floor, finding more length. Breathing in, breathing out. Roll that pelvis under. Feel all 10 toes on the floor, upper arm bones imprinting on the floor. As you breathe out, rolling your pelvis back down to the floor, find more space between each of your vertebrae. Breathing in at the bottom, breathing out, roll that pelvis under, increase the pelvic tilt to continue up into your bridge. Holding it here this time, press your left foot into the floor, keeping your pelvis level, float your right leg up into tabletop. Breathing in, lower it back down. Check your pelvis is still tilted under. Float your left leg up into tabletop and take it back down to the floor. Press that left foot into the floor as you float your right leg up, keeping your pelvis high, and lower it back down. And float your left leg up into tabletop and float it back down. Holding it here. Nice deep breath in, increase that pelvic tilt. Breathing out, relax your rib cage, each vertebrae back down to the floor, finding more length in your spine. Check that collarbone is still wide and open. Breathing in, breathing out, roll that pelvis underneath. Peel each vertebrae off the floor. Focus on that posterior tilt of your pelvis. Press your left foot into the floor, float your right leg into tabletop. Now, if the last exercise was enough for you, continue with that little march. Otherwise, extend your right leg to the ceiling, lower it in line with your other knee, and up to the ceiling. Breathing in as it lowers, increase that pelvic tilt, and up to the ceiling. 2 more. Lower and lift. Check your hip bones are level. Lower and lift. Place that leg back down onto the floor. Check in with that pelvic tilt. Roll it back down. Working with the other side now. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Roll that pelvis under. Feel those upper arm bones imprinting into the floor. Focus on that posterior tilt of your pelvis. Press your right foot into the floor. Left leg comes up into tabletop. Again, continue with the march if that was enough for you. Otherwise, extend that left leg to the ceiling. Lower it in line with the other knee. Breathing in as it comes up. Breathing out as it lowers. Increase that pelvic tilt. In as it lifts. Breathing out as it lowers. Keep those pelvises level. And breathing out. And breathing in. Fold that leg back into tabletop, lower it back down. Breathing in, breathing out. Increase that pelvic tilt, roll your pelvis back down to the floor. Bend your knees, hug them into your chest, and let your knees rock from side to side. Okay, take your hands underneath your buttocks. Now, using your hands like a scale, we're going to move our legs and focus on not transferring our weight onto either side. So, starting with your knees or your thighs parallel to each other, keep your left leg absolutely still as you rotate that right leg in your hip socket without transferring the weight to the right side, and bring it back in on a breath out. Going with the left leg this time. Rotate the leg inside your hip socket, breathing in as it rotates out to the side, no transfer of weight. Breathing out as it comes back to the center. And then right leg rotates out to the side. Check there's no transfer of weight. and coming back in. So you will find that it's quite strong core work if you really focus on not transferring the weight as that leg rotates out to the side. Breathing in as your right leg rotates out to the side, using those core muscles to keep your pelvis still and stable, and breathing in as it rotates out to the side, and breathing out as it comes back to the center. All right, take your hands out from underneath your pelvis. Extend your right leg out and away, and extend your left leg out and away. Reach out through both big toes. From there, take a breath in. As you breathe out, float your right leg to the ceiling, reaching out with that big toe. Flex your left foot and reach out through your left heel. Feel like you're pressing the back of your left thigh bone down to the floor. Rotate that right leg. Take a breath in as that leg goes across your body, breathing out as it circles out and up. Breathing in as it crosses, breathing out as it circles out and up. Breathing in as it crosses, out as it circles up. Concentrating on keeping that pelvis still and stable the way we just did. Now, reverse the circle, breathing out as it goes out, in as it comes across. Breathing out as that leg floats out, in as it comes across. Breathing out and in as it comes across. Last one. Check those upper arm bones are imprinting onto the floor, collarbone wide and open. Re-establish your position here. Turn the right leg back into parallel. Reach out through your left big toe as you point both feet. Breathing in, breathing out as you reach that right big toe away to lower your leg. Breathing in here, reaching out through both big toes. Breathing out, float your left leg to the ceiling. Check that your hip bones are still wrapped into your belly button. Belly button zipped to the base of your skull. Collarbones wide and open, upper arm bones imprinting on the floor. Flex your right foot, reach out through that right heel. Rotate your left leg, heel in, toe out. Breathing in, take your leg across your body. Breathing out, open and up to the ceiling. Keep your hip bones absolutely level, out and up to the ceiling. Breathing in, out, up to the ceiling. Breathing in, out, up to the ceiling. Open that leg out to the side, breathing out. Breathing in, and up to the ceiling. Breathing out, down, across, and up. Feel that right back of the thigh pressing down to the floor. We lost count, so let's just do one more for good measure. And up to the ceiling. Turn that left leg in. Reach out through both big toes. Check that pelvis is still and stable. Breathing in, breathing out. Lower that leg back down to the floor. From there, let's slide your legs back in. Bend your knees into your chest, hands behind your knees. Rock and roll yourself up to sitting. Sitting up nice and tall, take your hands behind your knees. Find lots of length in your spine, reaching the top of your head to the ceiling. Elbows are slightly out to the side. Legs are parallel to each other. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, feel like you're pulling your waist back behind your shoulders, rolling your pelvis under. Excuse me. Take a breath in here to your back ribs. Breathing out, take that whole shape forward. Breathing in, restack your spine, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Breathing out, wrap your hip bones in towards your belly button. Pull your waist, top of your sacrum goes back. Breathing in here. Breathing out, take that shape forward and restack your spine, collarbone open. Breathing in, breathing out, wrap your tummy in, pulling it back. Hold it here, float your arms forward. Feel like the top of your hips are pulling back as you breathe out and tip that pelvis under. Breathing in, breathing out, scoop it under. So feel like it's your tummy muscles causing that tilt rather than just pulling your pelvis back. So it's the whole thing working. Tummy scooping, pulling that pelvis back. Feel like your belly button is pulling back to the top of your waist, top of your mat. And scoop. And scoop. Take your hands behind your knees. Take a breath into those back ribs. Breathing out. Come forward and sit up tall, collarbone open. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Wrap your tummy in and pull your pelvis back. Float your arms up, and from here, breathing in, open your arm out to the side, rotating your collarbone, bring it back in as you breathe out, increasing that pelvic tilt. Breathing in, rotate your collarbone to the left, keep your hips pressing forward, and bring it back in. Breathing in, so rotating only from your waist. As you come back, increase that scoop. Breathing in, rotate your collarbone to the left. Breathing out, increase your scoop as you come back in. Hold it here, breathing in, and hands behind your knees. Bring yourself back in, and restack your spine, breathing in. Breathing out, wrap your hip bones in. Pull your waist back behind your shoulders. Float your arms up. From here, breathing in, open your arm out to the side, rotating your collarbone. Lift it up, increase that scoop as you bring it back down. Open your collarbone to the left, lift your arm, increase that scoop as you bring it back in. Open your collarbone to the right, lift that arm, scoop as you bring it back in. Breathing in, open your collarbone to the left, keeping your pelvis still. Lift it up, bring it back in. Hands behind your knees, breathing in, increase that scoop, bring your head forward and restack your spine. Okay, let's set ourselves up for rolling like a ball. Take your sit bones forward towards your heels, scoop your tummy. Have that same feeling that we had just before. Wrap your hip bones in towards your belly button. Pull your waist back behind your shoulders. Shoulders stay relaxed and open. Elbows wide. Now, keeping your scoop shape, rock back so you're just hovering just before you roll back too far into your roll. Keeping your head nodded forward, take a breath in, breathing out and roll back. Breathing in, coming up to sitting. Keeping your ball shape, rolling back and in, and breathing out, and in, and breathing out, and in. Two more. Keep that pelvis rocked back, and in. Feet on the floor, sitting back. Let's go on to our side. Line your spine up with the back of your mat, lying down on your arm or up onto your elbow. If you're up on your elbow, make sure you're lifting your bottom ribs up and away from the floor. Check that your hips are stacked on top of each other. Feet, knees are bent at 90 degrees. Feet are in line with your sit bones. Reach the sit bone of that top leg down towards your heels so that the bottom part of the bottom waist lifts away from the floor and the top waist is long. Now, keeping your heels connected, breathing out, rotate that leg in line with your, out to the side, keeping your hip pressing forward and squeeze it down. Breathing out and squeezing in as you breathe in. Breathing out and breathing in, breathing out and breathing in. Last one here, breathing out, rotating that leg, hip pressing forward, and lower it down. From here, lift your heels so your heels are in line with your top sit bone. Check that that top sit bone is still reaching towards your heels. Breathing out, rotate that leg, heels stay hovering, and lower down. Breathing out, and lower down. Breathing out, rotate inside that hip socket, and lower, and breathing out, and lower. And again, I've lost count, so I think this is 5, and lower down. Okay, from there, extend both legs, reach out through both heels, hover those legs and lift them and take them slightly in front of your torso. So you're lying in a really wide V. Check your hips are still stacked on top of each other, reaching out through both heels. As you lift that top leg, especially reach out through that heel. Now, from here, keep reaching out through that heel, lift that leg and lower. Lift it and lower. Lift it and lower. Keep on wrapping your tummy in and lower, and lift and lower, and lift and lower. This one we're going to lift and hold it there. Keep reaching out through that heel. Rotate that leg in your hip socket and front. Keep rotate. Keep that hip still and front. And rotate and front and rotate and front and rotate and front. Lower that leg down, bend it in and grab a hold of your ankle. From here, imagine there's a wine glass balanced on top of the bottom heel, and we're lifting that bottom leg up and lower. Keep that wine glass balancing there. So you're thinking about lifting your inside ankle, and lift and lift. On this one, we're holding it up there and we're pulsing it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Extend both legs. Reach out through both heels. Lift and hover both legs off the floor and go for a little walk for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs, reach and lift and lower. Okay, roll onto your tummy now. Take your forehead, stack your hands on top of each other, forehead on your hands. Feel your armpits dropping down towards your waist. Reach the top of your head forward and away. Wrap your hip bones in towards your belly button and zip your belly button up to the base of your skull. Extend both legs down from your sit bones and reach out through your big toes. Feel your tailbone reaching towards your heels. From here, lift both legs, holding them there, reaching out through your big toes. Turn your legs out. Heels together, toes apart. Open your legs to a small V. Squeeze your legs together. Open and squeeze. Keep wrapping your hip bones in towards your belly button. Open and squeeze. Feel your armpits dropping towards your waist. Check your tailbone is reaching to your heels. Now we're going to do 10 fast. Open, close, 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 close. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reach those legs away, tailbone reaching to your heels. Turn your legs back to parallel and lower them back down. Okay, I'm going to stay facing you so you don't have to look at my backside. Lying on your side, line up your spine with the back edge of your mat. Check your hip bones are wrapped into your belly button. Reach your belly button up to the base of your skull. Heels are in line with your sit bones. Legs are bent at 90 degrees. Breathing. Open that leg out to the side and resist that leg as it lowers back down. And open and lower. And open and lower. And open and lower. And open and lower. Keep reaching out through that top hip bone. Lift your heels in line with that top sit bone and rotate that top leg. Keep your top hip pressing forward so that leg is only rotating inside your hip socket. Working those glute muscles. And up. And breathing in and out. Awesome. Lower those heels, extend those legs out, reach out through both heels, lift those legs and lower them just in front of your torso. Check your hip bones are still stacked. Knees and toes pointing forward, reach out through that top heel and float that leg in line with your sit bone and lift and lower. Keep your knees and toes pointing straight forward and lower. And lift and lower and lift and lower and lift and lower. Lift and hold it up there this time. Rotate that leg and in. Make sure it's working inside your hip socket so that your top hip stays stacked on top of the bottom leg. It's not rocking back. And 2 more. And last one. And reach it away as it lowers back down. Bend your top knee, grab your ankle and hold onto it. Bottom heel has a wine glass balanced on top of it, and lift that inside heel and lift. And lift. And lift. And lift. On this one, we're going to lift and hold it and pulse it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Extend the top leg on top of the bottom leg. Reach out through both heels and hover them off the floor. Keeping your pelvis still, we're going for a little walk for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach out through those heels, lower your legs down. Okay, back onto our tummy again. This time, we've got our hands beside our shoulders. Extend your big toes out behind you, reach your tailbone to your heels, wrap your hip bones into your belly button and zip your belly button up to the base of your skull, so your spine stays nice and long. 5 fingers on each hand, pressing into the floor. Pull your armpits down towards your waist, open your collarbone. As you breathe in, reach the top of your head forward and up, arching your upper back, breathing out as you lower back down. Finding more length, armpits dropping towards your waist, breathing in, working those muscles of your upper back and lower back down. And breathing in, finding more length in your spine and breathing out. Keep reaching out through both big toes, breathing in, armpits dropping towards your waist, long back of your neck and lower back down. Armpits dropping towards your waist, reach the top of your head forward and up. Hold it here this time. Float your hands off the floor. Extend your arms forward beside your ears. Open them out to the side. Bring your little fingers to beside your thighs, opening your collarbone. Bend your elbows and lower back down. And again, breathing in, reach the top of your head forward and up, lengthening that spine. Float your arms off the floor, collarbones open. Keep your collarbone open, extend your arms forward, open them out to the side. Pull your little fingers to your thighs, lift and open your collarbone a bit more. Stay there as you bend both arms and lower back down. I think one more of these would be good. Armpits dropping towards your waist. Keep wrapping your tummy in. Tailbone reaching to your heels. Float your arms up beside you. Extend your arms forward. Open them out to the side. Little fingers to your thighs. Bend your elbows and lower back down. Hands come under your shoulders. Press back into your rest pose. Again, if your knees allow you to, bend your knees and sit back onto your heels. Otherwise, come up a bit. From here, circle your arms around, grab your heels, scoop your tummy up and away from your thighs, coming through your spine, finding lots of length. And relax. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, take a breath in, breathing out, wrap your hip bones into your belly button, roll your pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back onto the floor. Step your feet in closer to your bottom, take your arms out to the side. Make your legs, squeeze your legs together so they're like one leg. Ankle bones inside knees touching. Take a breath in and roll your legs to the right side and turn your head to the left. Hold it here, take a couple of deep breaths in and out, letting that left side of your body relax and open up. On your next breath out, we're going to pull your left ribs back to the floor, left waist, left pelvis. Legs go through the center and relax them over to the left-hand side, looking back to the right. Holding it here, a couple of deep breaths in and out. On your next breath out, pull your right ribs down to the floor, right waist, right pelvis. Through the center, relax your legs to the right. Just one breath here, breathing in. And as you breathe out, pull your left ribs back, left waist, left hips, through the center, over to the other side. Nice deep breath in. Breathing out, pull your right ribs down to the floor, right waist, right pelvis. One more each side. Breathing out, pull your left ribs, left waist, left hips, back to the floor. Over to the left. Deep breath in to hold it here. Breathing out, ribs, waist, hips. Excellent. From here, bring your knees into your chest, hands behind your knees. Just pull your thighs down towards your chest and feel that sacrum open behind you. Couple of breaths here. Now, press your legs into your hands until your arms are straight. Take a breath in here, breathing out, wrap your hip bones in towards your belly button, zip your belly button up to the base of your skull and feel your front ribs slide down towards your pubic bone. Breathing in, extend yourself, lying back down. Breathing out, wrap and zip those hips and belly button, front ribs slide down towards your pubic bone. And breathing in, lower back down. Breathing out, wrap and zip, front ribs slide down towards your pubic bone. Hold it here. Extend your arms past your thighs. Now, if this is challenging enough for you, do your hundreds here. Otherwise, extend your legs up, long and low, or high. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Scoop and lift a little bit. Lower your legs a little bit if you can. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scoop and lift a little bit, lower your legs a little bit. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here, scoop and lift. Bend your knees in, lower back down. Let your knees rock from side to side. Hands behind your knees. Press your backs of your legs into your hands until your arms are straight. Wrap your hip bones into your belly button, zip your belly button up to the base of your skull. Take a deep breath in, breathing out, front ribs slide down towards your pubic bone. From here, extend your left leg, take your left hand onto your right knee, right hand to the lower shin. Breathing into your back ribs, breathing out, switch legs, scoop your tummy more. Breathing in, breathing out, switch legs, breathing in, breathing out. Shin stays parallel to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, scoop and lift. Let's go faster. And switch, switch, out, out. Breathe in, out, out, in, out, out. Hug both knees in, scoop and lift, and lower back down. Hands behind your knees. Find your shoulder blades flat on the floor behind you. Long spine. Take a breath in. Breathing out. Press your legs into your hands until your arms are straight. Take a breath in again. Breathing out. Feel your front ribs slide down towards your pubic bone. From there, extend your left leg long and low. Right leg up to the ceiling. Grab behind your thigh or behind your calf. Use that leg to scoop and lift a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out, and scissor your legs. Breathe in, breathe out, and scissor. Breathe in, breathe out, and scissor. And now let's go faster. And pull, 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 pull. Bring both legs up. Tailbone towards the floor, legs to the ceiling. Bend your knees in and lower back down. Okay, hands on the floor behind you, or beside you, I beg your pardon. Feel your upper arm bones pressing into the floor or imprinting into the floor. Reach your fingertips further away from you, past your backside. Keep those upper arms imprinting into the floor. Take a breath in, breathing out, using your tummy muscles to roll your pelvis off the floor. And breathing in as you lower. Breathing out, so try not to use momentum. Wrap and scoop your tummy to roll that tailbone off the floor. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. One more. Breathing out. Breathing in. Okay. Lower your feet down onto the floor, or actually hands behind your knees. Rock and roll to sitting. Okay. Sitting with your legs a little bit wider than the mat. Reach your arms forward. Reach out through both heels. Reach the top of your head to the ceiling. Drop those armpits down towards your waist. Feel your collarbone wide and open. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, nod your head forward, rolling down through your spine, sliding your arms forward, lift your tummy up and away from the floor. Breathing in, restack your spine. Shoulders relaxed and open. Breathing out. Keep lifting that tummy away from the floor so your pelvis stays vertical. You're rolling through your spine. Shoulders relaxed and open. Breathing out. Nod your head forward. Rolling down through your spine. Reaching out through both heels. Restack your spine. Sitting tall. Breathing out. Nod your head forward. Rolling down through your spine. And restack. Sitting tall. Open your arms out to the side. Take a breath in as you rotate to the right. Let your left arm swing forward. Right hand, palm goes to the ceiling. Left hand goes to the outside of your foot or ankle. Breathing in. Restack your spine. Rotate to the left. Nod your head forward. Right hand goes to the outside of your foot. Use that hand for extra leverage. And coming back up. Breathing in. Breathing out. Nod your head forward. Hold it here. Reach back with your right hand and press that palm to the ceiling. Feel your right ribs rotating around to the back. And breathing in, restack your spine. Breathe out. Breathing in, rotate. Breathing out, nod your head forward. Reach your left fingertips back behind you. Palm pressing to the ceiling. More rotation. Then from there, restack your spine. Breathing in, breathing out. Two-way stretch with those hands. Breathing in, breathe out at the center. Breathing in, nod your head forward. Breathing out, reach fingertips away from each other and restack your spine and sitting tall. Okay, let's come up to standing to finish. Let's do a couple of roll downs to finish. Reach the top of your head to the ceiling. Feel your hip bones wrapping into your belly button. Zip your belly button under your rib cage to the base of your skull. Shoulders are relaxed and open. Feel all 10 toes on the floor. Big toe, little toe, middle of your heel, equally weighted on the floor. Take a breath in. Breathing in, breathing out, nod your head forward. Let your head hang heavy. Let your arms hang. Let your knees relax when necessary. Hang down over your legs. Gently shake your head side to side, releasing the muscles in the back of your neck. Take a breath in. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs. Point your sit bones to the floor. Restack pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back. Find that beautiful, long, open position. Front ribs relaxed into your back ribs. Breathing in, breathing out. Nod your head forward, rolling down through your spine. One vertebrae at a time. Let your knees relax. Take your hands into your elbows. Let the weight of your arms and the weight of your head traction your spine down towards the floor. Nice deep breaths. Relax your arms down to the floor. Take a breath in. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs. Point your sit bones to the floor. Restack your spine. Pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back. Collarbone wide and open. Breathing in as you float your arms up to the ceiling. Find extra length here without letting your ribs pop forward. Connect your hands up top. Bring them down in front. Hold it here. Find your center. Settle your body. Nice deep breaths in. And breathing out. Feeling your rib cage expand and relax. Thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. See you all again soon.